saw you across the dance floor. You saw me standing there. My heart left my chest with an almighty bang. Electricity filled the air. We danced all through the night. We danced all through the day. We loved each other in every way. It was nothing but desire, nothing but the crave. We were crazy from the heat. There was nothing left to say. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where you've been. I don't know how I'm doing. I don't know what you've seen. I only know I'm ready, baby. I hope you got the flair. Let's give it a chance, maybe. 'Cause you got me on a wing and a prayer. Burning life at both ends. I know that makes no sense. Feeling every moment like it was my first. My life has never been so intense. Party all day, party all night. Will it ever end? Will reality ever bite? I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where you've been. I don't know how I'm doing. I don't know what you've seen. I only know I'm ready, baby. I hope you got the flair. Let's give it a chance, maybe. 'Cause you got me on a wing and a prayer. Then you're gone, slipping away into the heat. What did I do wrong? How did I spoil the beat? We promised each other the world in those stolen hours of passion. But that was never enough. I was just a brief distraction. When the weekend comes, I'll be back out there, looking for another like you, looking for a wink and a prayer. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where you've been. I don't know how I'm doing. I don't know what you've seen. I only know I'm ready, baby. I hope you got the flair. Let's give it a chance, maybe. 'Cause you got me on a wing and a prayer. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where you've been. I don't know how I'm doing. I don't know what you've seen. I only know I'm ready, baby. I hope you got the flair. Let's give it a chance, baby. 'Cause you got me on a wing and a prayer. That old Yorkshire Geek with stories to unfold. Keep your eyes wide open and your soul won't grow cold. In the realm of the strange and the fantastical, lost in the dark, but it's light so magical.
Hey up, it's Steve from the old Yorkshire Geek, and welcome to TOYGCast number 6. Where we're just going to look at some news items that I found interesting. So there we go. And Josh Temple's here already, saying, never fear. Matt is here. Oh, Ben at the wedding. Hope you're having a good day. Yes, I am. Are you at a wedding? Or is something going on I don't know about? Probably. But anyway, we're going to be looking at some news items. Bit of Star Trek, bit of Star Wars, bit of Marvel, what else? And other stuff. And other stuff. Not that much. So it'll be a quickie tonight. Maybe, he says. But before we get going, don't forget to like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. Excuse me. Oh, God, I'm burping already. We're live on YouTube. Yes, we are. We're live on Rumble. Yes, we are. And Windgrace is here as well. All the news that's fit to Toyg. Yes, everything's fit to Toyg. Hey, and Josh Temple says again, Maddie's here, harpoon at the ready. Text to talk did not work well. All right, I see. But did you, for all that previous one, that one, was that all gibberish then? So that's supposed to say harpoon at the ready, and it came out and said here or Ben at the wedding. Excellent. I like that. Where were we? Links in the description for... I haven't got merch. I haven't got my merch on today. I've got my Stargate t-shirt on. Hashtag save Stargate still. My books. There they are. Silent Predator short horror novella about genetically engineered big cats eating people in the North Yorkshire village. A Mercury Rapids light-hearted sci-fi action adventure about UFOs and stuff like that. It's a bit of fun on Amazon Kindle and paperback. Right, what else? Excuse me. My social medias, my Patreon, Spotify, etc. What else? Become a member. Have I said that? No, I haven't. I've become a member to get early access videos and exclusive videos and stuff of that nature. It'll do. Right, we'll get on with the news, shall we? We shall get on with the news. Right, so what's first up? Do we Star Trek first? So I shall fire it up. There it is. This first one's from Screen Rants. It's about Strange New World. That's about Star Trek in general. But I don't like her hair in the series. I've seen interviews with Melissa Navia. She got lovely hair when she's not being Ortegas. But anyway, don't know why they give her this severe haircut. It looks bloody awful. But anyway. Right, here we go. Star Trek's TV future, post Strange New Worlds and Starfleet Academy, clarified by Exec, says Adam Holmes. I've seen this knocking about on a few of the YouTube channels as well, so it's not an exclusive. Anywho, Star Trek's TV future has been cleared up by one of Paramount Plus's executives. Star Trek Strange New Worlds and Star Trek Starfleet Academy are ending in the next several years. Once they're gone, well, next year, I think, innit? Not several. Once they're gone, that will wrap up the Star Trek era that began in 2017 with the launch of Star Trek Discovery, the franchise's first TV show in 12 years at the time. However, Jane Wiseman, the head of EVP and the head of EVP, she means she's the executive vice president and head of originals for Paramount. She's not the head of the executive. Well, I don't know. For Paramount Plus, has assured fans that plans are in motion to ensure Star Trek continues to have a small screen presence after Strange New Worlds and Starfleet Academy are over. In an interview with Deadline, there's a link there. Links for all these articles and stuff are in the description. So if you want to go check them out, you can do. And I did check out the Deadline article. It's quite a long one, but it's not just about Star Trek. Star Trek's just a little bit of it, and then there's talking about loads of other stuff to do with Paramount Plus and all that. Right, where were we? In an interview with Deadline, Wiseman was asked about Star Trek's status on Paramount Plus, given that no new series are currently green-lit. The executive first noted that many people in this building are Star Trek fans, including Chris Parnell, the EVP for Paramount Plus Originals, not to be confused with the Saturday Night Live veteran of the same name. I would not confuse him. Whom she described as the resident #1 fan. As such, there's active movement in keeping the Gene Roddenberry creative property going on the streaming platform, with Wiseman explaining, quote, "It is our goal and it is our job to figure out what the next bounce of Star Trek is." What a strange sentence. The next bounce of Star Trek. We're talking. Here we go. That's there we go. Where are you? What are you doing? We're talking to a lot of writers. We are leaning on CBS Studios, and it is imperative that we figure out what the next iteration is in this franchise because it's just too important. We're also in touch with Paramount Pictures. They have a Star Trek movie that's in development. So there we go. So that's obviously that's kind of a clarification that the movie is in active development. Then that's come from an executive, not just the writers in a panel at wherever it was, Comic Con or whatever, wasn't it? Saying, "Oh, we're writing this script." So there we go. And also, they're talking to writers for about a series. Are they talking to showrunners, producers? Or are the writers going to be the producers? Who knows? Justin's here saying, I want to say hi to everyone. Can't stay off to see Point Break. Hope everyone is well. Yes, I'm okay. My back's hurting again. Put me back out again. Bloody thing. I've taken some painkillers. But go have fun at Point Break. That's the Keanu Reeves one, isn't it? And Patrick Swayze. The one, isn't it? It's that one. It rolls around shooting. Hey. So go have fun, Justin. Go have fun. Don't stay here listening to my stupid droning monotone. Anyway, thank you for popping in. Where were we? Here we go. Wiseman is referring to Star Trek to the... I'll start again. Wiseman is referring, it should have said to, doesn't it? Yeah, to the Star Trek movie that Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves duo Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly are helming. Why when I see John Francis Daly, do I always think of like some fellow in the 17th century, some 17th century explorer that's just discovering, I don't know, Hawaii or somewhere. I always think that when I see John Francis Daly. This project was announced last November following the merger between Paramount and Skydance, but the only plot details that have been revealed are that it will be unconnected to any of the prior Star Trek movies and TV shows. Plans to make Star Trek 4, i.e. the fourth movie set in the Kelvin timeline, have been scrapped, thank God. Justin says, I love listening to you. Yes, Keanu and Swayze. Thank you, Justin. Hope you feel better, he adds. Yes, so do I. It's getting on my nerves now. It's been a week now, hasn't it, since I've had this bad back. Stupid bloody thing. Lingray says, probably because of Francis Drake. Probably. Anyway. In June 2024, it was announced that Star Trek Lower Decks alumnus Tawny Newsom and Dear White People filmmaker Justin Simien were teaming up to make... I forgot to read there. I forgot how to read for a minute then. We're teaming up to make a Star Trek TV show following a resort planet in the 25th century. It'd be bloody awful. I hope they don't make this. If it's on Riser, God, I hate Riser episodes. I bloody do. Why did nobody ever go back to the the shore leave planet? Why did they go to Riser? Anyway, this show would be the franchise's first live-action comedy, with Lower Decks having already tread that ground in animation. I don't think it's going to happen. However, following the aforementioned merger, it's unclear whether Newsom and Simeon's show is still moving forward. What's going on there? I don't know. Strange New World Season 4 hits its halfway point this week, and the show will wrap up with Season 5 at a yet-to-be-determined date. I thought it would be next year. I don't know. Strange New World Season 5 will consist of 6 episodes rather than 10, and Dr. Leonard McCoy and Hikaru Sulu will appear in the series finale, played by Thomas Jane and Kai Murakami, respectively. I think we could have worked that out, couldn't we? Starfleet Academy Season 1 ended in March, and it was revealed that same month that Season 2 would be the show's last. They should just not bother. I think they should just cut the losses with Starfleet Academy and just scrap it. I suppose they're contractually obliged, to air it. New episodes of Star Trek Strange New World Season 4 released Thursdays on Paramount+. Other shows from this Star Trek era include Picard and Prodigy and the movie Section 31. was released exclusively on the streaming service after initially being conceived as a spin-off series of Discovery, and it was bloody awful. So there we go. Let's have some clarification from a Paramount executive that they're talking to a lot of writers. There we go. They're talking to writers. A lot of writers, but are they talking to showrunners and producers and people who do that sort of thing? Who knows? Are they talking to Alex Kurtzman, for instance? People seem to be thinking he's on his way out. He's done because his contract is up at the end of this year, and they're saying he's gone. That's it. They're done with him. They don't want anything more to do with him. I wouldn't be surprised if he hangs around. I wouldn't be surprised if we still see his name in the producer credit. I wouldn't at all be surprised. Anywho, so there we go. So that's that. So that's interesting. So Star Trek's still going to be. I mean, it's the flagship show, isn't it? It's the jewel in the crown of Paramount Plus, or it should be, shouldn't it? I don't think it is anymore, though. Is it? It's the Taylor Sheridan stuff that's the jewel in the crown now, isn't it? Not Star Trek, unfortunately. But anyway, right. We'll move on. We're sticking with Star Trek. Where are we? We'll share this tab instead. Here we go. Staying on screen rant. It's the same writer. No, it's John Orquiola, him of the amazing surname. Oh, what's happened here? What happened? So I've just had a message on StreamYards. Your browser has lost connection to your screen share audio. I'm not even sharing any audio. Whatever. Star Trek producer defines when the next generation became great, challenges new shows to create more high-concept episodes. Right, here we go. Renowned Star Trek executive producer Brandon Braga shares when he thinks Star Trek The Next Generation became great before laying out his hopes for what he wants to see from future Star Trek series. Braga joined Star Trek The Next Generation in Season 4. Is it him that essentially wrote a spec script and sent it in and accepted it, and that got his foot in the door and he ended up being a producer and all that stuff, didn't he? Is that Brandon Braga or is that somebody else? Or did I just make that up? I don't know. Braga joined Star Trek The Next Generation in Season 4 and wrote many high-concept episodes that push the boundaries of Star Trek, including Cause and Effect, Frame of Mind, and the series finale, All Good Things. He was good at dark episodes with Brandon Braga. Kind of, sometimes like, creepy, spooky. That's a dark, with a dark edge. He was good at them sort of things with Brandon Braga. Which he penned with Ronald D. Moore, All Good Things. Braga and Moore co-wrote Star Trek Generations, which wasn't great, to be completely honest, but anyway. And Star Trek First Contact, which was very entertaining, but a lot of, fans don't like First Contact, do they? Say it's not very Star Trek-y. I think it's great, but anyway. Before Brannon moved to Star Trek Voyager, eventually becoming showrunner and creating 7 of 9, Jerry Ryan. I suspect... Rick Berman had a hand in creating 7 of 9. He ended up going out with her, didn't he, Jerry Ryan? I'm sure he did. Dating her. Sure he ended up dating Jerry Ryan. Anyway, finally, Braga co-created Star Trek Enterprise with Rick Berman. And there's Captain Picard on the bridge of the Enterprise D with Riker behind him and Worf and bloody Brandon Braga joined the 7th Rule with Kirk Lofton. Is it Kirk or Siruk? I can't remember. Whatever, I'll say Kirk. No, I think it's Siruk, isn't it? I don't bloody know. And Ryan T. Husk to help wrap up the podcast's 3-year mission. Another podcast I've never bloody heard of. To review every episode of Star Trek The Next Generation. After Husk praised Braga for taking TNG to another level with his high-concept episodes, Brandon reveals his feelings that yesterday's Enterprise, which premiered before he joined TNG, was the turning point that made The Next Generation great. I disagree. I think the very first episode of the Next Generation season 3, I think that was a turning point, because that is I love that episode, Evolution, or Evolution, however you want to call it. It's super cosy. It's the sort of Star Trek episode you want to wrap yourself in. It is. I love that episode. One of my favourites. I think it made it into my top 10. It may have even been. No, it won't. It may be my number 2 or 3 episode, something like that. I think my number 1 of all time favourite Star Trek episode is Regeneration from Enterprise. But anyway. Read Braga's quote below. So we'll do that, shall we? He says, I think, to me anyway, the first episode to be... what is the matter with me? To really be high concept was yesterday's Enterprise, which I did not write. I mean, what's the definition of high concept? I've heard that phrase bandied about a lot, and I've always thought it meant, they say high concept, but it kind of means dumb and action, stuff like that. Something that's weird. But, so I don't know. Not down to earth, maybe. Anyway. So that would make all of Star Trek high concept, really, wouldn't it? But anyway. Yesterday's Enterprise, which I did not write. I think that was a breakout episode. And in fact, to me, a lot of people say, no, Best of Both Worlds was the moment the show... What? Yesterday's Enterprise, I think, was the moment the show became great. And that was a high concept, time travel type episode. As I said, I disagree. But anyway. Have a drinky. I've got me dandelion and burdock, which I think is the best pop in the world. I think it's closest to, I don't know, root beer or sarsaparilla. Yes, we are ugly bags of well, I am. Was that season 2 or was that season 1? That was early on, wasn't it? I'm sure it was that one. Anyway. I've read that, haven't I? Have I? No. Hang on, where are we? Right, here we go. Although Braga admits that he's not that familiar with the current Paramount Plus Star Trek era, executive produced by Alex Bloody Kurtzman, Brandon detailed his hopes that future Star Trek writers endeavour to create high-concept stories that challenge the audience's sense of reality. Read Brandon's quote below. We'll do that as well, then. Moving forward, he says, one of the things that gives me pause are Star Treks that are continuity-driven, because I worry that I love high-concept episodes. I would just hope that people will continue to come up with cool, fresh ideas. Is he talking about the seasons having it's essentially been just one long story, one long story arc over one season? I mean, you could argue that season 3 of Enterprise were like that, couldn't you? But I think that's what he's getting at. I forgot what I want now. I would just hope that people... I've just said answer. I'll say it again. I would just hope that people will continue to come up with cool, fresh ideas. I certainly tried to do so on Voyager. I would often think about a Voyager episode. If this were a TNG, would be considered to be one of the greats? I just continued to do my thing on Voyager, where I had even more freedom and eventually would run the show. I should also say that it's not necessarily easy coming up with these ideas. It's not like a really cool concept is like mining for gold. They don't come along that often. I would just hope that people would see the potential in the franchise. It's such a great one. It's so clean. You've got the benefit of characters that people love, hopefully, and want to spend time with, and yet you can put them in any situation you can possibly think of. The sky really is the limit. You can do anything, such as turn them into puppets or have them singing. That's high concept. When I think about the new shows of the past 10 years, which I'm not that familiar with, you're not missing much, Brannon. But what I would ask the fans is, are there those episodes where you go, that's a classic, that one? No, generally. Even though I like Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks and Prodigy, I don't think any of the episodes will be remembered like episodes of TNG and the original series and all them. There's no City on the Edge of Forevers, or Best of Both Worlds in the new stuff, is there? I don't think there is anyway. In the same way that people go back to my era of Star Trek and there's agreement on what the top 10 episodes are pretty much. Everyone, except for my top 10. Everyone pretty much agrees. Does this era have that? And I don't know the answer to that question. Maybe it will take more time for that assessment to come. But I think high concepts that challenge the audience's sense of reality and make you think about reality in a different way is a tall order. But if you can do it, they'll love it. They love it, he says. He repeats. If you can come up with a story that just completely turns reality inside out, like turning them into puppets. And on Star Trek, you've got to literalise it, like turn them into puppets. It's not like Groundhog Day, which is one of the great science fiction movies. It came out after Cause and Effect, for the record. They didn't have to explain anything. On Star Trek, you've got to come up with that extra twist to get out of the time loop. And for the record, it took me a long time to get out of that and the whole writing staff. I didn't do it by myself, he says. Another great episode, by the way, Cause and Effect. Wingate says, Strange New Worlds will be known for gimmicks. It's turned into that, hasn't it? And it genuinely has. It's just... What is this week's episode's gimmick going to be, basically? You know what? I can't remember what the first episode of the current season was about. I genuinely can't remember what happened in it. Anyway. Watch Brandon Braga on the 7th rule below. Oh, is that it? There he is. As I say, another podcast that I've never heard of, so I'll have to look for that now. There's a poll there. Which Star Trek The Next Generation character would you most like to see star in their own spin-off series? Waff. That's what my mum called him. Oh, yes, of course. It was the dinosaur one, wasn't it? Yes. The one where they went back in time. And that we're all Martians. We're not that woman from name of that episode now. The Chase. Not her. Not her that became the founder woman. Not her. We're all Martians, apparently. Where were we? Waff, Data, Geordie LaForge, Q, Dr. Beverly Crusher, Riker and Troy. None of them, to be completely honest. I don't want any of them to have their own spin-off series. Worf got one, didn't he? He went to Deep Space Nine. But anyway. So there we go. So, but like I say, it's saying here that he's not familiar with modern Star Trek. So he's saying he wants to do more high-concept stuff that people will remember. And I've got to be honest, people are remembering the Strange New Worlds episodes, apart from me in the first one of season 4. Because they are gimmicky. People are remembering that. That's sticking in people's minds, isn't it? And they're thinking, oh, Strange New Worlds has been the gimmicky Star Trek series. But they're remembering it like that. And they'll think, oh, they had that puppet episode. Or they had that singing episode. They may not have liked it, but they're remembering it, aren't they? But anyway. Was this that podcast? It was originally Jake and Nog before Aaron Eisenberg. Is that right? Died. Yes, he died very young, didn't he? That's why it's called the 7th rule, because it's the 7th rule of acquisition. Right, fair enough. But anyway, so yeah, I do agree with him though, and I think Star Trek will change. I think with this new era at Paramount Plus with the Skydance takeover, I think we'll get new Star Trek. I don't know if it'll be good Star Trek, but I think it'll be different to what we've had from Kurtzman. That's if he is moving on. That's it. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past him to somehow limp it himself onto it. But anyway. Anywho, right, we'll move on because we're talking about the puppet episode next because we've got some pictures and stuff and it's on tomorrow, isn't it? So, but anyway, here it is. This is from Trek Car. There they are, look. Star Trek Strange New Worlds photos, level 5 transporter accident. I've got a feeling this is going to be like The Fly. Remember that, where a fella went into his, like in the original one and in the David Cronenberg remake, a man went into a teleporter with a fly, and in the original, it became like half man, half fly-ish, sort of, didn't it? But in the David Cronenberg one, he slowly transformed into a fly-human hybrid, didn't it? But anyway, that's by the by. But I think that's what's going to happen, because in one of the pictures you see Scotty with like a little puppet. So I don't know. Maybe it'll say. I haven't read the article. Let's have a read. This one's from Trek Core Staff. That's a weird name. Is that big enough? I'm going to make that writing bigger. There we go. That bigger. Yeah. Star Trek Strange New World Season 4 continues this week, and today we've got a bunch of photos from the long-teased Level 5 transporter accident for your review. What's levels 1 to 4 then of transporter accident? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. In this week's episode, an unexpected transporter malfunction causes the Captain Pike... What is the proofread, these articles? Causes the Captain Pike, Anson Mount, and the Enterprise crew. I bet they were going to say that to start with. They were going to say the Enterprise crew. I thought we'd better put Captain Pike in first. I forgot to erase that one. And the Enterprise crew to become plush puppets, while Spock, Ethan Peck, must defend the ship from Orion invaders. And there's an ex-post. Pirates are invading, for some reason, Panama plus Mexico for some reason. I have no idea why. Translated it from Spanish, I don't know. Pirates are invading the entire crew. They just use the American one. And the entire crew will have to face the consequences. Will Spock be able to find a way to resolve it? Find out in the new episode of Star Trek. There's the trailer for it. We won't watch that. But we'll look at these pictures. Here are 19 new photos and 2 previously shared images from the upcoming tale. Right, here we go. You can see that, can't you? There's Spock meditating. I thought they were floating for a minute then, but they're not. They're on candlesticks. I thought, is he doing the Force? But no, he's not. Right, so next one. Spock again. Still maybe not meditating because he's opened his eyes. There's the captain in his chair, looking happy. His hair's not as mad this season, have you noticed? I don't think it is, anyway. And there's Captain and number 1, Commander Una. She's got her commander stripes on now, full commander look. With the Enterprise, the cool displays, I must admit. I do like the displays. Again, I was doing his jazz hands, because, you know... I mean, do we need to see this? I mean, bloody hell, what's going on there? But you're just wasting frames now. Right, there's Uhura. And there's Ortegas looking concerned. What's she looking at? I don't know. I have no idea what she's looking at. An Orion ship? I don't know. Why would she pull a face like that? That's like an incredulous look, isn't it? Is she seeing a puppet on the screen? I have no idea. Anyway. And there's the lovely Christina Chong as La Noonien Singh. And there's Scotty and Spock. And we're going to see his puppet in a minute, I think. There it is. An old tatty puppet. This is going to be a family heirloom in it. Like, oh, this was handed down to me by my great granddaddy in Aberdeen and all that stuff. He'll say all that, won't he? More than likely. But how is it going to end up in the transporter? I don't know. Because I think it's the medical transporter, isn't it? It seems to be that's doing stuff. Because we see him in the sick bay doing the transporter thing in sick bay. But how does that affect the whole crew? We'll find out in the episode, won't we? I suppose. But there we go. There he's showing his... does it have a description? No, it doesn't, does it? Showing his puppet. Not puppet. Is it a puppet? Yeah, it is. I bet he does that. Okay, the new... and all that. He'll be doing all that with it, won't he? Jokes aren't working on Spock, that's why he's pulling that face. And then, not a very good picture there. They're wasting a lot of these pictures, aren't they? There's Jess Bush as Christine Chappell. I bet she drops that bugger. I bet she does. And here we go, like I say, a transporter thing happening in sick bay. So what's going on with the sick bay transporters? Don't know. But someone's got to do something with that puppet, hasn't it? We'll find out tomorrow, won't we? But anywho. I know it's happening to everybody, look now. Look, it's spreading somehow. How? I don't know. There you go. even more people are getting turned into puppets. So it's obviously must be some sort of thing that starts there and spreads throughout the ship, doesn't it, from that point in sick bay. But not to Spock for some reason. They'll say something like, "Oh, your Vulcan biology is immune," because it always was, wasn't it, in the original series. But anyway, there we see Pike as a puppet, and there's Ortegas as a puppet. I think they look pretty good, to be honest. We'll see, won't we? And there's Laan as a puppet, and Number One as a puppet. Hey dear. Hey. And there they are. Oh, and T'Pring's a puppet as well, so she must be visiting. So there we go. Oh, that's the last picture. Leaving us on the cliffhanger. Not showing us any of the Orions. In the trailer you see the Orions getting aboard the ship. Better have a Sam Kirk puppet. I bet there's a bloody James T. Kirk puppet as well. I bet there is. Because he'll be there for some reason again, won't he? Bet there is. Anywho. Check back Thursday morning for our review of Level 5 transporter accident right here at Trekcore. Right, okay, is that it? Oh, there we go. What the comments saying. Heck yeah, very excited for this test, says Tuskin38. Somebody else says, I really am positively giddy. Settle down. Settle down. What else? I'm oddly looking forward to it. I've got to admit, so am I. I'm not giddy, though. But anyway, whatever. I think Dave Cullen did a video today. I don't think he's happy about it. Obviously, he's not. I don't think he's seen it yet, obviously. I don't think he's happy about it. Because it's another gimmick episode. That's true, yes, can't be Vulcan biology if T'Pring turns. Well, maybe it's because it's his human Vulcan biology, because he's half human, isn't he? I don't know. Or maybe he was, maybe we were doing something in a shielded location on the ship or something. We'll find out, won't we? We'll find out. So there we go. So that's for tomorrow. Look at my banger. I think they look quite good. That's the Jim Henson workshop did them, didn't it? Did the puppets, but we'll see what happens, won't we? It is ridiculous, isn't it? It is genuinely. How can they be alive if the puppets? Oh dear. But again, it's another thing they've ripped off from Angel, isn't it? Buffy and Angel. Like I said, they ripped off the Buffy episode with the musical one. Now they're ripping off the Angel episode with the puppet one. Hey, that got an original idea in the heads of them. But anyway, they ripped off Doctor Who and the Cybermen episode, Earthshock with the first episode. Anyway, Hitchhiker's Guide movie did it too, did it? I can't remember. I didn't like the movie, so I didn't pay much attention to it. I didn't pay much attention to the movie because I didn't like it. I've watched it once and forgotten about it. All I remember is Marvin, played by Warwick Davis, who looked nothing like the Marvin in the BBC show. But anywho, so there we go. Looking forward to that. Level 5 transporter accident. It's going to be a ridiculous episode, and a lot of people are complaining about it. And maybe rightly so, because it could be rubbish for all we know. But I've got a feeling that I'm going to laugh at it and not take it seriously. But too many gimmicky episodes? Probably. Anywho, we're going to move on now, because we're going to do... we're going to look at some trailers now. So I'm going to pop up the... where is it? That overlay. I'm not going to play the trailers from beginning to end, because whenever I just play the trailers, I'll get the first one up. We're going to watch Avengers Doomsday trailer, because there were D23 last weekend, weren't there? So anyway, we're going to watch this, but I'm not going to just play it all the way through, because I always get copyright claims when I do that. So I'll play a bit, then stop it and talk about it. I mean, straight up, we're here on we're on Atlantis, it seems. Doom, Victor von. I'm thinking Doomcock. Victor von Doomcock. Victor von Doom's gone to Atlantis in the Pegasus Galaxy, apparently. Is this somewhere in Latveria? I have no idea. Anyway, off we go. Hang on, I'll put subtitles on. There we go. Boo. I mean, his surname kind of gives it away that, you know, he's going to be a baddie, doesn't it? But anyway. Marvel Studios. But it's called Doom. Von Doom. Anyway. Then again, there are people called Death, isn't there? Or Death. I've seen people, you know, with surnames like that. I'm sure they're lovely people. There's Sue Storm. I forgot the name of the actress. She's British, isn't she? I always think she just looks like Charlotte Flair from the wrestling, from WWE. Dr. Blood is a real doctor. I'm sure there are many doctors called Dr. Blood. What if there's a doctor that his first name's Guy and then his last name's Necology? Necologist. Bet there is somewhere. And there's Maverick. I forgot the name of the actor. Why am I so bad with names? Because I'm retarded. Bloody hell. I'm a heatard. That's a joke from my Facebook. Yeah, so that's that we saw in Deadpool and Wolverine, didn't we? It seemed that we're in Magic Mike. What's his bloody name? Anyway, Grace will tell me in a minute. And there's Chris Evans as Steve Rogers. We can't call him Captain America. Didn't I say Gambit? What did I say? Did I say something else? Or did I just not get round to it? That's the fella, Channing Tatum. I thought I said Gambit. I might not have done. I probably forgot. There we go, a painting. So his entire family's gone, ain't from whatchamacallit, from his universe. Maverick. What's Top Gun got to do with it? Oh, now we're seeing some more people now. So we've got Simu Liu as Shang-Chi, how do you pronounce it? And her, I forgot her name. I forgot from Black Panther. She's Black Panther, isn't she? Now. Oh, did I call him Maverick? Oh, right. Why did I call him Maverick then? I have no idea. I'm an idiot. I genuinely am. Where the hell did they get Maverick from? Probably because of Gambit and Maverick were that cowboy thing to do with gambling. So that's probably why it got all mushed up in me sarsaparilla addled brain. So I'll have another drink and mush it up even more. Can't tell who that is, and that's that. I don't know the names, but they're from Wakanda. Oh, that's oh dear, the Submariner. Namor. I can't roll my eyes. And there's Thor, the mighty Thor, but he's still got his short hair. But at least he's not fat anymore, is he? He got into shape, didn't he, for Thor Love and Thunder, which is the only Marvel film I've not watched all the way through. Hey. But we're not seeing him without his mask, are we? There we go. Apparently this is New York, apparently, according to the podcast guys, which it probably is, because like I said, there's Central Park there. Like an alternate universe version of New York. Which has been destroyed, as you can see. It's all to do with other universes encroaching on others, all because of Steve Rogers, basically, isn't it? That's the gist of it, I think. Victor. For some reason, it reminds me. Let me go back a bit. I'm pressing the right button. Don't know. Come on, there we go. His eyes remind me of the eyes of. Don't say Laura Mars. The eyes of Moriarty in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Just do. At the beginning where he wears that silver mask. God me. Reminds me of that. They don't look like Robert Downey Jr.'s eyes to me. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are his eyes, but they just don't look like Robert Downey Jr. If somebody said to me, whose eyes are these? Because they do it sometimes, don't they? You can't recognise somebody from their eyes. And I wouldn't. If they showed me them, I wouldn't say, oh, that's Robert Downey Jr. Oh, there we saw Professor X, and here's Magneto, the great Sir Ian McKellen and Sir Patrick Stewart. But he's looking his age now, isn't he, Sir Ian? But he's still great. And I bet he's wanting to go, you shall not pass. Oh, that. Brilliant in Extras. Have you seen Extras? Where he talks to Ricky Gervais's character and he says, how do you remember your lines? And he says, well, they write them down for me. In the script, and I read them out. Dear. Anyway. See that? This is the cause of it all, isn't it, apparently? Steve Rogers going back, like he did at the end of Endgame, back to Peggy Carter. Can't blame him. I mean, bloody hell. And having a kid, and causing all this upset, apparently, hasn't it? With universes being destroyed. I don't know who she was, by the way. I'm always pressing the wrong bloody thing. Go away. Doomsday. Go away. Don't know who she is. Is it me or does she look like Ryan Gosling? I know you can't really see, can you? Hang on, I'll take this off again because you can't bloody see for it, can you? There we go. Sod it, we'll get a copyright claim. Is it me? She's just like a little girl version of Ryan Gosling. It's Thor's daughter. All right. Didn't even know he had one. So, why has he painted these on there? Don't know. I imagine it's a Viking thing. From the end. All right. See, that's what happens, you see, when you don't finish films, you miss out on stuff. Like I have done, apparently. But she still looks like a girl version of Ryan Gosling. Anyway. And there's Loki, and there's Shiri. I can't bloody remember her name. Looks like they're in Wakanda because it all looks technological. Yeah, and it's Scott Summers, Cyclops, I had to think then, didn't they? From the X-Men. So they're getting the original X-Men in, aren't they? From the Fox X-Men. They're getting them in. Apparently to kill them all, aren't they? Because they've announced new X-Men, haven't they? We've got Sadie Sink and all them coming in, haven't we? And Samara Weaving, Yumi, as Emma Frost and who else? I can't remember who else. There's loads of others. Coming in to be the new X-Men. It's what's his face, isn't it? I'm blanking on his name as well now. Tell him, bloody hopeless. But look, a big statue. Oh, it's not that big, is it? Oh, so where we see that Victor Von Doom has the power to essentially repel or whatever. The whatever that's called, Stormbreaker, whatever it's called. Except they'll somehow hold on to Hugh Jackman. Probably. That's coming in a bit, the Hugh Jackman story. But anyway. Look, he just stops it. A bit like Hela did with Mjolnir, didn't she? He's done the same with is it Stormbringer or Stormbreaker or Storm thingamabob? See, done that, look. And they're in some destroyed landscape. I'm not sure what's going on here. Is that a spaceship up there? Or is it a building? I don't know. Stormbreaker. There, Windgrace knows. But there you go, uses green magic energy power super stuff. So is that what is stolen from Loki? Because I've heard also that Doom is going around stealing powers from other superheroes. So is he stolen Loki's power there? Don't know. Answer to me. Because he's from Latveria, isn't he? Which is in Eastern Europe, apparently. Oh, look, oh, they're not just statues, they're sentinels, aren't they, from the X-Men that we saw in one of the X-Men films, Apocalypse. Da, 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 da. Cool. I've got to admit, I am kind of excited for this film. A lot of people are going to be saying, it'll be rubbish and all that. It'll be MCU again, and maybe it will, I don't know. But I'm still excited, mostly because of this music. The good old Alan Silvestri scored. I think he's scored the film as Alan Silvestri. Anyway, there we go. The 12th of 18 Ember 26. See in Infinity Vision, which is just a made-up thing. It's like Super Marionation, isn't it? From Thunderbirds. It's just a made-up thing. Dynamation, Dynarama, just made-up terms. But anyway, I'm looking forward to that. That is Doomsday. There we go. Let's do a countdown thing. But it's obviously not that now because we've moved on, haven't we? But anyway, so there we go. Looking forward to that. That looks good to me. It does anyway. I hope the story is good. I saw Spider-Man, Brand New Day, yesterday. And I thought that were really good as well. I had some niggles with it, but on the whole, I enjoyed the film. I thought it were good. And I thought Tom Holland were excellent as Spider-Man and Peter Parker. And it did all the right stuff. So there we go. Has he got green eyes? It looks like it. I don't think Robert Downey Jr.'s got green eyes, but they don't just look like contact lenses that they've put on. Maybe they are. Probably super expensive CGI has gone into that. Probably. Anywho, so there we go. That's Avengers Doomsday coming in December, not 18 Ember, in December. Right, next trailer we'll go through is Ahsoka Season 2. Ahsoka Season 1 wasn't great. Hang on, let me full screen it. Share this tab. There it is. Ahsoka Season 1 wasn't great. It started off good. I like the first episode. Maybe the first couple. I can't remember. But it kind of went off on a silly tangent and got stupid. But anyway. We'll see what Season 2's like. I imagine it'll be more of the same, to be completely honest. But the visuals look good, apart from one bit. Press play, Steve. There we go. There we go. Good old U-Wings. They like the U-Wings, don't they, in Disney Star Wars. They're using them a lot. And the good ships. I like U-Wings. That's one of the good things that Disney has added. Oh, subtitle. Hey. Oh, look, pew-pews. What's happening here, then? Who's fighting? Can't tell. Oh, Stormtroopers. Stormtroopers. And there's young Ahsoka. I mean, they look like Stormtroopers to me, them. Yeah, they're Stormtroopers, are they? But she's looking... So this is obviously not the flashback. This is obviously something that's happening now, I imagine. Oh, there's that bow. Laser bow, whatever the hell it's called. We see that person later on. I'm presuming there's just one person using it. Omega, whatever the hell she's called, used one, didn't she, in Bad Batch? Is it her? Gone bad? Don't know. So are these Thrawn's stormtroopers? Because there looked to be some weird designs in the helmets. Because remember, these stormtroopers they'd been in another galaxy for God knows how long, hadn't they? And they decided to jizz up their helmets, so to speak. Anyway. But here, look, she's looking. These are these are obviously clone troopers, aren't they, that have fallen in battle. Anyway. What the hell's going on there? How can you have a lightsaber with a middle blade? Because what if it lets go one of them blades? It'll just fall off, won't it? Lightsabers aren't solid, are they? You know, the beam is not solid. Unless it's got something connected down round the back. It's got to have, hasn't it? Unless it just keeps hold of it really still all the time. Stupid. And why is his lightsaber... Why are all the lightsabers... Oh, no, they're not. I'm going to say, why are all the lightsabers the same colour? Why do I keep pausing it when the screen goes black? Let's have a look again. Come on, go back. Oh, I've done that again. I keep pressing it wrong, blood. She's got a green lightsaber. He's got his blue one. Why has that other fella not got... If he's evil, why isn't it like some reddish colour? I mean, imagine he's supposed to be evil, but he's got like a green lightsaber. It's similar to her colour, isn't it? Maybe he's a new evil one. I don't know. But it's stupid with the blade in the middle, because that doesn't work. What about your kids? What about your kids, Anakin? Remember, they're still alive. Why aren't you going walking by their side? You know, while Luke's trying to rebuild the Jedi Order. Imagine what good you could have done. You know, whispered in his ear, said, "Oh, don't worry about Kylo. He's just having some bad dreams. You don't have to try and murder him in his sleep." You know, oh, Leia's, you know, saying to Leia, "Oh, Leia, you know, they're all against you," and all that. You know, because you're Darth Vader's daughter, but don't listen to him. Do your thing and become a great general and all that stuff. He should be doing that. Maybe he is, but it's not. You get the impression he's just hanging around Ahsoka, isn't he? Oh, look, it were red. Why was that Lucasfilm in red? And here's Admiral Thrawn, obviously on his Star Destroyer. This looks like I don't know. Is it what they call it? A Super Star Destroyer bridge, because it's got these bits here. A regular Star Destroyer's got them bits there. I can't remember. But if you notice, it says citizens of the glorious Empire. So he's not. So remember, this is in the time of the New Republic, isn't it? Now, so he's obviously not recognising the New Republic, and he's still calling it the Empire. So he took an oath to protect the Empire. Anyway, she's back. Look, is Mary Elizabeth Winstead as begins with H, doesn't it? I've forgotten. Hella? Don't sound right. Don't sound right. Anyway, whatever. I don't know who these are from the back. But these some sort of security guards. I bet nothing happens there. Oh, we've got a view over there. Let's go back again. Is it Mary Elizabeth Winstead? Is it? Oh, there's Ezra. There's Ezra Bridger. So they haven't murdered him to death because he was dressed as a stormtrooper at the end of season 1, wasn't he? Is that Mary Elizabeth? Or is that somebody else? I can't really tell. I don't know. If they show a bum, it's Mary Elizabeth Winstead, because they were all just showing a bum in season 1, weren't they? We've seen him as well, but I can't remember who he is. The Rebel Alliance. Which obviously is no longer is the New Republic, not the Rebel Alliance. But anyway, cool shots of ships and stuff. This is what the lads want, isn't it? Us lads, we want ships and fighters and all that stuff going on. Bombers, TIE bombers, fair enough. Like I said, there'll be. I imagine the magnetics. Why do bombs fall in space? They'll have thrusters on or whatever. Remember them that we saw in Last Jedi? Anyway, but they're not bombs, though, are they? The breaching pods, aren't they? Because we're going to see this person here. No, tell you, stuff comes on so fast. There we go. So, who's this with a bow, with a laser bow? Do you reckon could this be Omega? However you want to pronounce it. Turned evil? Probably not. But anyway, killing these poor Alliance soldiers. Sorry, I'm doing the wrong thing. Look, screaming, and then we see some planet. Is this Mustafar? Is it? Do you reckon it's Mustafar? Are they going to check out Darth Vader's castle, or is it somewhere else? Looks like Mustafar, doesn't it? So what was that? Go back. These are Thrawn's stormtroopers, aren't they? Is that her that had the bow? That's his number 2 or whatever, isn't it? So who's this? Oh, is this one of the Night Sisters? We've not got any Claudia Black, have we? She's been recast as Claudia Black because she didn't want to go filming in England, did she? So whoever she played, Night Sister number 1 or whatever, is somebody else playing that character now, aren't they? I imagine that's who they are, with some sort of laser thing there going on. Don't know what it is.
What did you see?
Man, mate. And she's there, look. Hang on, let's go back. There she is. Blank hair, I can't remember her name. Her that got the Force all of a sudden. Oh, it's a bloody name now. Because she was in, Rebels and all that, wasn't she? I don't know. But, yeah, she got the Force all of a sudden. One minute she didn't have the Force, next minute she did. And she launched Ezra Bridger onto the Star Destroyer, didn't she? Using her newfound Force powers, for God's sake. So I'm guessing now here they're still in the other galaxy. So are they in this? What's going to happen? Because they swapped places, didn't they? At the end of season 1. Thrawn and all these people were in the other galaxy, and then Ahsoka and Ezra were in the other galaxy. The neighbouring galaxy to the Star Wars galaxy. It's like a galaxy that orbits it. It's like that Magellanic clouds that orbit the Milky Way. It's one of them sort of things, isn't it? They'd gone there, and then they went. Did Ahsoka and Ray Stevens, the late Ray Stevenson, and a couple of others, and they swapped places, didn't they? Ezra Bridger and Thrawn went back to we'll say our galaxy, but it's not. Went to the Star Wars galaxy, our galaxy, and they stayed there. So I'm guessing they don't stay there very long. I'm guessing, did they get back quick? I don't know. Look, wow, yeah! This is what we want to see, innit? B-Wings doing their thing. Cool. So obviously this has got no shields, has it? They're just cutting straight through them. But, let's go back again. Cool space battle action, which is what you want to... Star Wars, isn't it? You want to see wars in the stars. Which we haven't seen a lot of in Disney Star Wars, have we? They've always seemed to take place in atmospheres, all the battles, never in space, apart from Rogue One, which had the best space battle so far, in my opinion. But here they are at it again, look. Good old Republic cruisers and a blockade runner. And what else we got? And other stuff. I'm not very good with ship identification, but anyway, all that stuff. I'm looking at that one. Is that like a Trade Federation, battle cruiser or something similar? Probably not.
More and more danger than I thought.
So they're in the other galaxy now, because we saw the big statues, didn't we? That represented I forgot what they're called as well. In Clone Wars, we were introduced. They were like the the origins of the Force, weren't there? The father and the brother and sister. I forgot what they were called. Something to do with them, innit? So she's using the Force to open it up. And there's I can't remember the bloody name. Rory McCann as Balin Skull. I get remembered. Obviously, he's replacing. Balin Skull's been recast because Ray Stevenson passed away. And they've got Rory McCann in, who you may know as the Hound from Game of Thrones. So I hope he ain't got a potty mouth, or maybe just go yerp, because we're in Hot Fuzz, wasn't it? I've done that again. I keep pressing that bloody wrong key. Oh, and is that his apprentice? I've forgotten her name as well. I saw her in a film recently. What did I see her in? I can't remember now. She were in Megan 2, which wasn't a good film, but she were pretty good in it. But the film itself wasn't very good. And I've seen her in something else as well, and I can't remember what. Never mind. And I can't remember her name. She's some Eastern European name, hasn't she? How did that remind me of, hang on, I'll go back. I go through stuff so quickly. This reminds me of the ancient devices, of Stargate SG-1, where they're pressing the button, the things up and down. That's ever in some sort of place. I don't know. Is it going to show them their way home? I bet it does. I bet it shows them their way home. Or will they get back into our galaxy using the world between worlds? This will open the doorway to it or something. Maybe. But yeah. That's very Return of the Jedi, isn't it? The Republic fleet. With the medical frigate and all these others. Any Mon Calamari ships in there? There were one before, weren't there? That were very Mon Calamari. Anyway, cool stuff. Over a nice blue planet, whatever that is. Yeah, Chopper. Let's have a look again. There's Chopper. Yeah. What are the odds that we see C-3PO and R2-D2? If only in the background. But, anyway. I've done it again. I keep pressing that wrong bloody button. And there's, I forgot his name. Zeb. There we go. There's Zeb. Greeting young Ezra Bridger by a U-wing. So they like the U-wings. And there he is, taking off in a... Is that an A-wing? Probably. And then some other ship's taking off. Pew, 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 pew. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Good space battles and all that stuff. It's what we want, innit?
Long time ago, I walked away from the Jedi.
This is your trial, Ahsoka.
Wolves, did you see him? It's Dave Filoni, innit? Dave Filoni. Let's keep going back. There we are. They look like wolves, don't they? And that's what he'll call them, won't he? There'll be some sort of wolf that have come to her aid because she's riding it, look. And the other one's riding one as well. I forgot the other one's name. Oh, that's a Mandalorian. But who are these that they're fighting, look? Who are these? Some sort of creatures. Or warriors of another race, don't know. But they're taking them on, aren't they? Presumably this is in the other galaxy. Is that Ezra Bridger with a lightsaber? Looks like it, doesn't it? Oh, there's I can't remember the name of this droid. It's him that's super old, isn't it? Voiced by... Is it Stephen Merchant? I think it is, isn't it? Could be wrong. So is he supposed to be like 15,000 years old or something like that? And he's trained Jedi. So now he's going to do a General Grievous and take on whatever she's called. So is she still a baddie? I thought she was going to be a goodie. I thought she was going to turn in season 2. Anyway. So who are all these then in the background? No idea. Cool. I just want to go back again. Look at that space battle. See what's going on. See if we can see what's happening. There's a ship there that's destroyed. They're headed for the medical frigate. Oh, that's going on there, isn't it? Cool. January 20th. January 20th. Stop. So there we go. That's Ahsoka Season 2. It looks okay. But then again, Season 1 started off okay. It depends, doesn't it? It depends what they do in between all these cool bits that they put in the trailer. We will see. But still a way off, isn't it, January? I mean, we're nearly up to September, aren't we? But so what's that? We'll count September, October, November. So that's still 4 months off. 5 months off. Just if it's ready, just put it out for God's sake. Anyway, so there we go. So that's that. That's that. I better got a copyright thing now. See what it says. Oh no, it still says stream is healthy. And Fancheered is here saying hi all. Hello Fancheered, welcome. We've just been looking at the Ahsoka trailer. Got my Stargate t-shirt on. But there's no Stargate news yet, is there? Anyway. We'll catch up on archives in a couple of hours. Okie dokie. You've not missed much anyway. Right, so there we go. We'll move on to the next thing. If I can work out how to do it. There we go. Need to undo that. Right, so next up. Right, so sticking with Star Wars, Lucasfilm confirms 4 Star Wars projects releasing in 2027. Fancy it says no conventions coming up. Yes, there's one in Birmingham in the UK, isn't there? Coming up, Ascension, which I'd like to go to, but I can't, which is annoying. But anyway, my convention days have long gone. Right, well, Lucasfilm confirms 4 Star Wars projects releasing in 2027. The Star Wars slate for 2027 is coming into view with many exciting projects on the way, it says Lauren Rouse. Right. Lucasfilm, is that big enough? Yeah, I'll be right. Lucasfilm has I'll make it bigger. Lucasfilm has confirmed at least 4 Star Wars projects scheduled for release in 2027. Star Wars has been an important brand under Disney's umbrella, though in recent years its output of live-action and animated series, as well as theatrical series, has varied. Now another swig of my sarsaparilla, that's what I'm going to call it from now on. Dandelion and burdock. However, in 2027, Star Wars will be back and stronger than ever with at least one new release across all these formats. Cool. Fancy says, yup, our buddy Colin Nemec will be at Ascension Convention. Cool. I've met Colin Nemec. He's a nice lad. Saw him at, where was it now? Which one was it? Was it Wales Comic Con? Might have been. I think it was. In Wrexham, Wales Comic Con. Also met Swan Brown at the same convention. Got a photo with them. 2026 saw Star Wars return to theatres after 7 years with The Mandalorian and Grogu, which had mixed results. It was bloody awful. Mandalorian and Grogu were terrible. Meanwhile, animation came back in a big way for Star Wars on Disney Plus with the new series Maul Shadow Lord. I enjoyed season 1 of that. I thought it was good. And Star Wars Visions presents The Ninth Jedi, which I tried watching. Didn't get very far. I don't know. I'm not an anime guy, and the style sometimes grates on me. I'm sorry, but it just does. Looking ahead, 2027 is primed to be an even bigger and better year for Lucasfilm, film, TV and animation, with several major Star Wars releases now confirmed following Disney's D23 Expo in 2026. So here we go. After what will end up being a 4-year break between seasons, Disney finally confirmed Ahsoka Season 2's release window at its D23 presentation in August, sharing It will hit Disney Plus early in 2027 on January 20th, making it the first new Star Wars release of the year. 4 years. Does seem like 4 years since season 1. Bloody hell. Blummy number. Ahsoka is currently the only ongoing live-action Star Wars TV series, and its second season will continue the story of Rosario Dawson's Jedi, ex-Jedi, and her Star Wars Rebels accomplices, Sabine Wren, that's the one I couldn't remember the name of, Natasha Liu Boditzo, Ezra Bridger, Emin Esfandi, and Hera Syndulla. Did I say Hera? It didn't sound right when I said it. Or did I say Hella? I said Hella, didn't I? Hera Syndulla. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, it is her then. This didn't look like her from that trailer, but anyway. Ahsoka's former mentor, Anakin Skywalker, played by Hayden Christensen, who's looking well, isn't he? It's like he hasn't aged. Maybe they've done something. He's also set to reappear in Season 2. Ahsoka Season 2 will be a continuation of Star Wars' Mandoverse and could have big implications for the future of those characters and the TV universe itself. 2027 will mark 50 years since Star Wars first graced cinema screens with Star Wars A New Hope. No, it was just called Star Wars. Love. In 1977. It didn't become A New Hope till, what was it, 1981? I think it was 1981, wasn't it? When they stuck the New Hope thing on. To celebrate the milestone, Disney is re-releasing the original movie in cinemas for a limited time with a newly restored version that will reportedly also be available in IMAX. I asked my son if he wanted to go see it. You know, the Star Wars. No, I'm not bothered, I've seen it. Oh, God's sake. The original film that started it all featured Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia Organa, I said Leia, didn't I? Not Leia. I used to say Leia, don't I? And Harrison Ford as Han Solo. All you Americans are rubbing off on me. Tell you. I'll have less of this going on. On an adventure through the galaxy to stop the Galactic Empire and its Death Star. The film inspired 8 sequels in the Skywalker saga and dozens of spin-offs, prequels and sequels across video games, books, TV, theme parks and film. And in 2027, Disney will celebrate where it all began. Yeah, I'd like to go see Star Wars again at the cinema, the original version. Pardon me, but it's not going to happen. Because I'm not allowed. Coming hot off the heels of Star Wars A New Hope's release is Lucasfilm's next big original theatrical release, Star Wars Starfighter. The movie is set to take theatres on May 28th, 2027. The day before somebody's birthday. I wonder who that could be. The new film, the day before my 60th birthday. Bloody hell. The new film, starring Ryan Gosling and Flynn Gray, directed by Sean Levy, is said to be completely disconnected from any other Star Wars story, telling an original story about the fastest starfighter in existence. Was it a G-17 Imperial starfighter or something? I don't know. Matt Smith, yeah. Mia Goth, yeah. And Aaron Pierre, I have no idea who that is, also featuring the film in unknown roles. We'll see. There's a trailer, isn't there, knocking about. They showed not a trailer, a teaser, a little clip at D23, and some. I think I could watch it on like X. There's like somebody filmed it, didn't they, on the phone? Didn't really show much, to be honest. Star Wars Maul Shadowlord Season 2. I enjoyed Season 1. Maul Shadowlord quickly captivated audiences in Season 1 with its daring new animation style and its tale of morally grey heroes and villains as Sam Witwer's ex-Sith Lord Maul attempts to rebuild his power under the thumb of the Empire and finds a new ally in the conflicted Jedi Padawan Devon Izara. You've got to remember that he ends up taking over the... I forgot what they're called now. Something Dawn. Can't remember what they're called now. Because we saw him at the end of Solo, didn't we? With the head of that crime syndicate, wasn't he? But he ignited his lightsaber for no reason. But anyway. Season 2 of Maul Shadowlord was quickly confirmed as being in development, with Witwer confirming it wouldn't take too long between seasons. That window was recently narrowed even further at D23 with executive producer Matt Miknevets confirming on a panel that Season 2 of Maul Shadowlord will premiere in 2027. Oh, look, single women close to me. Mick the Vets didn't narrow down Maul Shadowlord Season 2's release any further, but given the stacked schedule, let's call the whole thing off. Star Wars already has in the first half of the year. It's likely Lucasfilm will want to save this one for later in 2027. Beyond these 4 confirmed releases, it's unclear what else may be in store for Star Wars in 2027 and beyond. While Lucasfilm has several Star Wars movies in development, none have advanced far enough to enter production. Similarly, on the TV side, Star Wars has no confirmed live-action series beyond Ahsoka Season 2, and Maul Shadowlord is the main animated show outside the Star Wars universe right now. The universe still sees a consistent dose of Lego and children's programming. So I saw a story that they've signed up, like Timothy Olyphant is going to return as I forgot the fella he played in Mandalorian Season 2. I think it was Book of Boba Fett as well, wasn't he? I forgot his name. Him. He's going to be voicing that character in Lego Star Wars, isn't he? And children's programming. But on the live-action front, Lucasfilm will need to address what the future looks like beyond next year, potentially at Star Wars Celebration in 2027. Is that it? Oh, there we go. So, there we go. But there's supposed to be another trilogy. Simon Kinberg's trilogy is supposed to be, in pre-production or whatever, or in development. Isn't it? Apparently. Who knows? I imagine we'll find out at some point. But anyway. But Ahsoka Season 2, from the trailer, looks okay. Looking forward to more Shadowlord Season 2, because I enjoyed Season 1 for the most part. Although I'm not sure, making him, the protagonist, he's a baddie, isn't he? He's Maul. Don't want him being a goodie. But anyway. Like I said, we see at the end of Solo, he becomes, like I said, leader of Crimson Dawn, that's it, isn't he? Becomes the leader of them, doesn't he? By that time, so he's a baddie. But anyway, I'm not bothered about Star Wars Visions or any of that, or the Lego stuff, to be completely honest. Although I do like playing Star Wars Lego, the video games. But anyway, right. What's next? What are we up to now? I have no idea. Oh, sticking with Star Wars and Star Wars gaming this time. Here we are. We're on, what the hell's this website? Oh, Tech Radar is what we're on. Make that bigger. There we go. If they're not controlling it with their feet, then are they really playing the game properly? Star Wars Galactic Racer dev recommends gamers go full Sebulba and play with their feet. Get the grippers out. Well, not really. Well, what they called? What is Sebulba? Is he a Doug? Something like that, ain't it? Is it Doug? Something like, I can't remember what they call that species. They don't really play the walk. The legs and hands are the opposite way around, aren't they, to us? But their hands are where our feet would be, and their feet are where our hands would be. So they're not really playing with their feet. It's just their hands are in a different place. Anyway, right. Well, this is from, by the way, Dashiell Wood. A very extravagant name, Dashiell. Is it pronounced Dashiell? I have no idea. The upcoming arcade racing game, Star Wars Galactic Racer, finally lets every Star Wars fan live out their ultimate fantasy, piloting a pod racer as legendary The Phantom Menace character Sebulba. Couldn't you do that in, the other? There've been like 1 million Star Wars racing games, haven't there? Couldn't you do that in any of the others? Probably, obviously not. In just a few hours of hands-on at a recent preview event, I spotted the now grey-haired alien in both the game's scenario mode and its intense online player versus player battles, where he appears alongside other movie favourites, including the only marginally less iconic Ben Quadraneros. And there's loads. We saw them all in Phantom Menace, didn't we? There are also plenty of newcomers like the story mode protagonist Shade or their unapologetically Scouse-sounding companion Hibby. Oh, Scouse sound. If you don't know what Scouse sounding is, Calm down, calm down. It's like that. From Liverpool. Anyway, I think it's important to have some returning characters if they're important, if they're meaningful, explains Lucasfilm Games executive producer Craig Derrick. I don't think we want to move to cameos for the sake of cameos. It feels cheap. But in the case of Sebulba and some of the other characters you may meet in this game, they actually have a real point and real presence in the story. It drives that story forward in a way that feels not only connected to the larger film franchise in the way that you've seen those characters before, but they actually have a real point. They have a real reason for being there, and so the fans get that instant flush of familiarity. Although his presence in the game seems to follow his mischievous characterization in the film, mischievous is a bloody cheat. Gets people killed. Anyway. Derek teases that there might be some surprises in store for fans that play with their expectations. His mischievousness is a huge part of his character. It's an immediate read, he explains. I hope our players come in and know the character before maybe the characters in our game do. Maybe some of his reputation precedes him a little bit in this, and we get to play with that. We get to play with it both in terms of like how do we lean into what you already know, or how do you subvert it? I mean, can you like throw spanners in the works of the other pod racers? Maybe the character changes his stripes a little bit, or not. Personality aside, one of the most memorable aspects of Sebulba is his unique pod racing position that involves piloting his craft with his feet. Well, no, it's with his hands. It's just that they're the other way around, aren't they? Asked whether players should try and emulate this for the most authentic experience, Kieran Crimmins, creative director at Galactic Racer developer Fuse Games, appears eager to see it tried. I think if they're not controlling it with their feet, then are they really playing the game properly, he asks. I would absolutely love to see someone try and do that. Please send me the footage. Somebody will have a go. If you fancy getting your grippers out and giving it a go, Star Wars Galactic Racer launches for Xbox Series X and Series S. I still haven't got my free one off Microsoft. I asked them for one and tagged them and everything, but nothing's arrived in the post. PlayStation 5 and PC on October 6th, 2026. So there we go. So we've got a new Star Wars game coming out soon, which I probably won't be bothering with, to be completely honest. I'm rubbish at racing games. And I can't play with my feet. I can barely play with my hands. But there we go. Right. So anyway, nipping back to Marvel for a minute. Moving on quickly. Going back to Marvel. This one from Geeks and Gamers, who wrote this one, Alex Gerzo. Hugh Jackman asks for Avengers Doomsday role at D23 with Ryan Reynolds' help. And there he is. There's Judge Doom. Just Doom from Roger Rabbit, isn't it? There's Victor Von Doom, and there's Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, Logan. Ooh, help me. Avengers Doomsday has wrapped principal photography, but one Marvel legend is still trying to claw his way into the movie, along with his new best friend. During a presentation at D23, a video played featuring Hugh Jackman asking to play Wolverine in Avengers Doomsday, although he was being egged on by his most recent co-star Ryan Reynolds. On here it is. This is from the X. If this looks like I'm recording this video against my will, it's because I am. So we'll just watch it, shall we? Let's see what happens. That was very amusing, wasn't it? So that means he's definitely going to be in, the end credits scene, or it's definitely going to be in whatever comes after Avengers Doomsday. What's after? Is it Secret Wars after? I can't remember. See what he says. Alex Gerzo. Jackman's plea comes just weeks after Ryan Reynolds appeared during the Marvel presentation at the San Diego Comic-Con in full costume as Deadpool, albeit in a grey Deadpool outfit rather than a red one, which could signify some big changes for the Merc with a mouth, and asked for the Avengers Doomsday cast if he could be in the movie. Robert Downey Jr. informed him that the movie had wrapped production, and a disappointed Deadpool walked away. I imagine that's in that thing there, in that video. As I said, links for all these articles are in the description. Now Hugh Jackman has asked to be in Avengers Doomsday as well, although he seemed reluctant and echoed Downey's response that the movie was done filming. But Reynolds remained undeterred, even threatening to write Wolverine out of the next Deadpool movie, which he suggested could be called Deadpool and Spider-Man and literally everyone except Wolverine. Jackman has also poked fun at the idea of rounding out the cast, as it already has a huge number of Marvel characters. And there they are in Deadpool and Wolverine. Obviously this is a joke, much like Reynolds' appearance at Comic-Con, and the pair are having some fun with fans who continue to speculate about Wolverine and Deadpool appearing in Avengers Doomsday. Clearly nobody is saying for sure, which either means Marvel wants their presence in the film to be a surprise, or that a lot of moviegoers will be severely disappointed in December. But these videos, while acknowledging that filming is done, though it will likely have a long editing process, and probably, reshoots and pickups and stuff like that, suggest the pair may have shown up on set for at least a day or two. And there's another shot from Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm going to have to watch that film again. I haven't seen it for a while. There has been evidence suggesting Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds would be in Avengers Doomsday over the past couple of years, despite nothing being confirmed. On his Instagram account, Reynolds shared an image of the Anarchy A symbol written over the Avengers A, which many took to be an admission that he'll appear in Doomsday. Let's have a look at that. Where is it? Oh, there we go. That's it. There. Right, fair enough. It's too big. It's too big on my screen. Hang on, let me shrink it down a bit. There we go. I'll show you that. It's that Anarchy A symbol. That, right. He'll appear in Doomsday, particularly as Doomsday was in production at the time. Meanwhile, Jackman appeared on The View and heavily suggested that he would be in Doomsday. And there's a video of The View, and they're probably all drooling all over him. These feminist women. As soon as a hunky bloke's on, they're all pawing at him, probably. Of course, all of this may be misdirection or just a couple of fun-loving movie stars having a laugh. And maybe Marvel is saving the two ultra-popular characters for Secret Wars. But Doomsday is widely considered a make-or-break movie for Marvel, and considering the stakes are so high, it's unlikely that the studio would allow teasers like this when it wasn't prepared to deliver on them. It's also worth considering that Deadpool and Wolverine made more money at the box office than any post-Endgame Marvel movie not starring Spider-Man. The absurdity that makes these videos so funny is the idea that Wolverine and Deadpool have to beg to be in a film that has a revolving door for the stars of movies that didn't even make half of what that film did exactly. I mean, they even elbowed bloody... I forgot her name now. Florence Pugh, Yelena. They even shoehorned her into Spider-Man, didn't they? They didn't really need to be in it, but whatever. There they are again. Look. And that points to Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds appearing in Avengers Doomsday. Marvel has been drawing out the marketing campaign for this movie, with D23 affording the masses their first real look at Doctor Doom. Wolverine and Deadpool may not be in a trailer until closer to the movie's premiere, if at all. But they'll almost certainly be part of the mission to stop Doctor Doom. Blah, 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 blah. Is that it? Yes, that's it. So there we go. So, do you think they'll be in Doomsday, or will they be saving him for Secret Wars, or will they appear in the end credits scene, or pop up at the end, or something like that? Or during the credits, you never know. It's Deadpool, isn't it? Anything could happen. Anything could happen. But there we go. So, you'd think they'd put him in it, wouldn't you? You genuinely would. Since Deadpool and Wolverine, as they said, was the most successful Marvel film, not with Spider-Man in. Because the other Marvel didn't do well, did they, for the most part, after Endgame. Because they weren't as good as the previous ones, frankly. That's just what it boils down to, doesn't it? And even Endgame wasn't as good as Infinity War, but, you know, whatever. Right, next up, nearly done. We're moving on to horror now. Ooh, look, what's this? Sci-fi now. Teaser trailer for It. Welcome to Derry, Season 2 lands. Season 1 were really, really good. I really enjoyed Season 1. Pennywise returns to torment the residents of Derry once more, says Scott Davis, and there he is. Thingamabob returns. I know I can never remember names, can I? Bloody hopeless. It'll say, won't it? The Killer Clown returns. Yes, Pennywise is back to his old tricks in Derry, as HBO Max has revealed the first teaser trailer for the second season of It, Welcome to Derry, which returns to screens in time for Halloween. Yeah. We'll look at the trailer in a minute. We'll read this and then go and look at the trailer. From Warner Brothers Television. Excuse me, coffee. Television, and executive produced by Andy and Barbara Machete. It and It Chapter 2, and other stuff as well. The Flash, for instance. Welcome to Derry has been renewed for a second season. Brad Caleb Kane will serve as showrunner. Since its debut, the series has ranked among the top 4 series premieres globally in HBO Max history. The 8-episode first season is currently available to stream on HBO Max, and it's really good. Andy and Barbara Machete quote, continuing to explore and expand on the amazing world of Stephen King created. The amazing world Stephen King created is an absolute privilege. The support of our partners at HBO and Warner Brothers Television is priceless. Boy, do we love our jobs. Sarah Aubrey, head of HBO Max original programming, said, "We are excited to return to the chilling world of Derry and to further expand on Andy and Barbara Machete's horrifically iconic adaptation. Together with Brad Caleb Kane, they will break new ground in Season 2, deepening the terror, the mystery, and the unforgettable Pennywise lore that fans love to devour." Clancy Collins White, President Creative Affairs, Warner Brothers Television, bloody suits, quote, "We know It, Welcome to Derry will continue to captivate viewers with its spine-tingling new journey into the 1930s for Season 2, because remember, it's got to go, each new season it's got to go back further, hasn't it? Because we've had, modern day in the movies, then is Welcome to Derry, Season 1, it was set in the 60s? I think it was 60s, wasn't it? Or 50s, I can't remember. Round about 1960-ish, wasn't it? And then it's to go back. It was set in the 80s, wasn't it? That was it. It was set in the 80s with the movies. And then we've got to the 50s then, and now we've got back to the 30s. Or whatever. But we found out in Season 1 that Pennywise is timeless. He exists outside of time. So he can see things in the future. So, anyway. We look forward to bringing fans back to the town of Derry to experience the next chapter and uncover even more of what lies beneath the surface. Bill Skarsgård, that's the fella, again plays Pennywise alongside Taylor Page, Giovanna Depot, James Remar. Oh, is he back? He was in the first one. First scene. I thought they were going back to the 1930s. They're going to de-age him. So he played an old bloke. Stephen Ryder and more. Right, synopsis. Set in the world of Stephen King's It universe, It, Welcome to Derry is based on King's It novel. Yes, we know that. I'm going to say It a lot, innit? And expands the vision established by filmmaker Andy Machete in the feature films It and It Chapter 2. Season 2 takes place in 1935 during the Great Depression, centres on the bloody massacre of the Bradley Gang, a group of bank robbers who stop in Derry to buy ammo and end up facing unimaginable horror, which we learned about in Season 1. And also there's a mural on one of the walls that we saw in It, the It movies of the Bradley Gang massacre. Unless James Remar's playing somebody, a relative of his, he's playing his own granddad or something, or dad or whatever, I don't know. It, Welcome to Derry Season 2 starts on HBO Max this October. Right, we'll watch this trailer, shall we? Actually, what I'll do, I will open the link in a new tab, and we'll do it like that. Stop playing, I'm not ready. Stop it, shush. Right, I'm going to put my thing back on, because I haven't seen this. So, but I'll probably still get a copyright claim. I'll play it for a bit and then pause and then talk about it.
My family and I just moved to town and we're looking for things to fill the place. So how are you adjusting? Things are...
Hang on. Is this... No, the official teaser 2. This is for Season 1, isn't it? Hang on, let me check. I'll just remove that for a moment. And we'll take that off. Are we looking at the wrong trailer here? Hey. Yeah, it's from a year ago. This isn't the Season 2 trailer. I mean, did it say Season 2 trailer? Teaser trailer? Where are we? Welcome to Season 2. They're showing the teaser trailer for Season 1. Bloody idiots at sci-fi now. It, Welcome to Derry. Season 2 trailer, for Christ's sake. Right, here we go, found it. You can find the HBO version. I remember there isn't one. Hang on. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. Bum, 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 bum. Videos. Latest. Come on. It season. It Welcome to Derry. Season 2. No. Why is there nothing on the HBO? YouTube page. But there's a thing there. It Welcome to Derry, Season 2 teaser, 1935. Shush! Stop playing! For God's sake, I'm not ready for you. Right, what's this? It's only 32 seconds, so I think we'll be alright. Right, here it goes. May 1962. Obviously not. Is it going to ask? Rewinding, look. Zip, 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 zip. Back to 1935. And that's it, isn't it? That's going to be it. So it's not telling us anything. Yeah, that's it. That was a waste of time, wasn't it? That was a waste of time. Anyway, hang on, let's go back to this then. There we go. Look forward to Season 2, because Season 1 were really good. I really enjoyed it. Had some great stuff in it. So, yes, look forward to that. When did it say? I've forgotten. October, so not that long, a couple of months. Month and a bit. Right, cool. Right, last article. Is this a long one? I don't know. I don't even know how interesting it's going to be. But I just picked it anyway. We'll make that bigger. Right, so, hang on, where are we? Share this tab instead. Here we go. This is from screendaily.com, British Film Commission. Why big budget feature and HETV franchises like Spider-Man, Star Wars and Ted Lasso, is it Lasso or Lasso? Keep returning to the UK. Sponsored by the British Film Commission. HETV is high-end TV. It's basically, what did they used to call it in old days? Can't remember. Stuff like on HBO, like Game of Thrones were called it. Stuff like that. And there's a shot from Spider-Man Brand New Day. Right, the British Film Commission, BFC, is that big enough? I'll make it a bit bigger. Oh, crikey, a lot bigger. Has recently announced the West Midlands as the UK's 8th official production hub. That's the word, thank you. Prestige TV. Oh dear. I'm going senile, genuinely am. It's the UK's 8th official production hub, joining South West England, North West England, Yorkshire, yay, Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales, basically all of the UK, basically. Wales and London and South East England. I mean, it's everywhere, isn't it? West Midlands, South West, North West, Northern Ireland. What about the North East? Missing out. Poor Northumberland's missing out. And also East Anglia, by the sounds of it. Anyway. Southeast London and Southeast England, and with this UK-wide spread of world-beating locations, facilities, cast and crew, financial incentives, and infrastructure of support, it's no surprise that many big-budget productions and high-end TV, HETV franchises return time and time again to film across England, Northern Ireland, Scotland and Wales, and make use of its award-winning VFX and post services, and also I think the tax thing. The tax breaks helps, doesn't it? Indeed, the UK regularly welcomes back popular returning studio-backed films from Star Wars Starfighter, Spider-Man Brand New Day, which filmed in Glasgow in Scotland, didn't it? Anyway, and Avengers Doomsday. Other returning franchises include How to Train Your Dragon, Narnia, the Batman sequel, Clayface, Highlander, and Sonic the Hedgehog, and of course Bond and Mission Impossible. And before it were cancelled by stupid blooming Amazon people who used to work for Netflix, the new Stargate series were going to be filmed in the UK. Hashtag Save Stargate. The same is true for returning HETV shows, including The Lord of the Rings of Power, which isn't good, but whatever. And House of the Dragon, the latest season released in June 2026, with the 4th season already greenlit. The Harry Potter TV series has already been renewed for a 2nd season in advance of its Christmas release, while other high-profile franchises returning to the UK include Rivals, which has just been renewed for a 3rd season. I've never even heard of it, I don't think. Young Sherlock, which again, I've seen pictures and stuff, but I thought, why? I don't want to see a thing about Young Sherlock. I've seen the Young Sherlock Holmes film from 1985, which featured the world's first photorealistic CG in that film. And that's a good film, is that? I'm going to have to see if I can find it on Blu-ray. Ted Lasso, Black Mirror, and Slow Horses 6. 1 to 5, I have no idea. 2nd seasons of Department Q, again, that's something else I've never heard of. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which were good. Star Wars Ahsoka and Down Cemetery Road, again, something else I've never heard of, are all based in production hubs around the UK. For returning producers, the UK's roster of accessible, robust and competitive... In fact, I'm sweating. It's just got really warm all of a sudden. And competitive financial incentives are a large part of its offering. Our incentive system is incredibly dependable, says Isla McGillivray. Do you reckon she's Scottish? I bet she is. Partner and head of the film, TV and video games team at Safri, a major UK-based accountancy and tax advisory firm. I bet she's got a voice like Miss Jean Brodie. You know, very clipped. A very clipped Edinburgh accent. I bet she talks like that. That dependability, she says, I'm saying she, of knowing the value to your budget, but also the process of reclaiming it, coupled with the fact we are significantly quicker than other jurisdictions, is attractive for overseas productions. So my elbows have started sweating and I'm sliding off my chair. It's got super warm all of a sudden. Bloody hell. I'll plod on. The UK's national incentives for film and HETV projects, the Audio Visual Expenditure Credit, or AVEC, including more recent generous enhancements for lower budget features of VFX, remains a key draw, as do local top-up funds, but other factors also play an important role. And it's the tax thing, this thing that they can claim, loads of tax back on these films and TV shows, which enables us to learn how much these movies and TV shows actually cost to produce. Because they don't tell us the truth, the studios, but they've got to tell the truth to the British government to get the money back. So that's how we found out, basically, isn't it, that Force Awakens cost nearly $500 million and all that. Anyway, we have hugely talented crews and experienced production executives that make the UK really appealing, notes McGillivray. I'm saying that right. I think I am, aren't I? If you have a first series or part one of a potential franchise, it's going to be appealing to come back because you know the crews, the execs you're working with, and the facilities and services. Oh, and there's Cillian Murphy. There, I got it. Cillian Murphy. Is that from Peaky Blinders, which I've never seen? Yes, it is. Never seen Peaky Blinders. It's one of those things I've never got round to watching. So there we go. And I bet if I started watching it, I would watch it all the way through. Like I did Breaking Bad. I didn't see Breaking Bad for ages. And then thought, well, I bet everybody says it's great. I suppose I better watch it. Just bloody binged it all. Anyway. That the UK is meeting production demand with an increased availability of studio and filming spaces, many supported by the BFCs, British Film Commission, DCMS funded, what the hell, just lots of gobbledygook, funded stage space support and development initiative is also an attractive proposition for returning franchisers. New facilities include BBC Studios Works, operated Digbeth Lock Studios in Birmingham, a 46,000 square foot facility that served as the primary production home for Stephen Knight's Netflix BBC Peaky Blinders spin-off feature, The Immortal Man, and now home to the Peaky Blinders sequel series. I'm going to have to catch up with that. Fancy it says, we love Department Q. I've never heard of it. Remake and reimagining of Danish works. Stars Matthew Good. All right. Matthew Good, that name rings a bell. Anyway, Digbeth Lock Studios joins a wave of studios developments across the nations and regions designed to meet a wide spectrum of production needs, from the expansion of Warner Brothers Studios Leavesden in Hertfordshire and Crown Works Studios in Sunderland to virtual production and screen innovation facility Studio Ulster in Belfast. Crikey, right mouthful then, wasn't there? Craig Crowther, related to Leslie, I don't know. Leslie Crowther was a popular TV host and actor back in the day. Executive producer and director production company Bad Wolf, boo, which has offices in Cardiff, London and West Hollywood, oversees a slate that includes global sci-fi hit Doctor Who, not anymore, unless they win the tender back, you never know, they might do. HBO, BBC drama industry. They also produce the BBC's The Other Bennett Sister, I've never heard of these apart from Doctor Who, which returns later this year for a 3-part Christmas run. A combination of factors, including excellent studios, a wide range of locations, all relatively close by, because we all live next to each other in Britain. World-class crews, UK-based cast and talent, great post-production facilities, and of course the tax incentives, that's the main thing, isn't it? All keep bringing HETV productions to film in the UK, notes Crowther. It also helps that Europe is on the doorstep, so people can make the most of their downtime. Why can they make most of their downtime in Britain? Never mind Europe. As Chief Content Officer at Northern Ireland Screen and the executive who has seen the industry grow exponentially in the period between the production of HBO's Game of Thrones in Northern Ireland and the return of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, Andrew Reid knows that success never relies on a single factor. Fancy says, Patience TV series. Great adaptation of French-Belgian Astrid. Okie dokie. Never heard of it. I'm sure it's great, though. I'm sure it's great. It is the combination of a very competitive UK incentive environment, including our own Northern Ireland incentives. I presume it's Northern Ireland, not National Insurance. Northern Ireland incentives, in addition to UK tax breaks, a highly experienced crew base, distinctive locations, strong studio infrastructure, and a screen agency that understands the practical needs of production, he says. It's basically an advert for Britain, isn't it? Dear. Come filming in Britain, it's great. The country may be small, but it's on about Northern Ireland, may be small, but packs in a wide variety of filming locations that filmmakers need, and crews can easily travel between coastlines, mountains, forests and city streets in a single day, saving time and money. We often refer to Northern Ireland as the most compact 5,196 square miles of backlot in the world, says Reid. There is also a confidence effect, he adds. Once a major production has had a good experience in Northern Ireland, it creates credibility. I've never been to Ireland. I've been to the Isle of Man, which is between England and Ireland in the North Sea, in the Irish Sea. But never been to Northern Ireland, or the Republic of Ireland. I forgot what I want now. Credibility. The return of large-scale fantasy and HETV work is a strong endorsement of the sector's ability to deliver at scale, not just once, but consistently over many years. It's this confidence factor that continually brings countless franchises back to the UK. International producers know they can arrive in the UK with ambitious creative requirements and find a joined-up response. Locations, crew, facilities, training support and production support working together. The returning large-scale projects have underpinned growth in the skilled crew base, studio capacity and facilities. And as the production landscape continues to evolve, the BFC, British Film Commission, and its partners continue to ensure the UK continues to meet and anticipate the changing needs of the global industry. Oh, and that's it there. Thank God for that. That was boring, wasn't it? That was just an advert for Brit. Come filming in Britain. It's cool, and everything's close by, basically. But there we go. There we go. That's it. That was the last article of the night. Fantia says, check them out. They are very, very good. I probably won't, to be completely honest. Patience filmed in York. There we go, and in Belgium as well. Been to York a couple. Even though I live in Yorkshire, I've only been to York itself a couple of times, but it's a very nice place. Right, so there we go. We're all done and dusted. We'll leave it there. As I said, links for all these articles are in the description, so you can check them out there and watch the trailers and stuff like that. I've probably got a copyright claim. Not just yet, but I bet I will do. What the heck, it doesn't matter. Fancy says, Department Q is filmed in Edinburgh, Scotland, and the surrounding areas of East Lothian and Fife. A friend of mine's just moved up there. I hope she has a lovely time there. In her new house up there. There we go. Anyway, right, we'll leave it there. So what's coming up next? What are we on Wednesday? On Friday, what are we doing on Friday? Hold on. I'll tell you. Where is it? There we go. On Friday, for Friday Night Appointment with Fear this week, we're going to break down and review Piranha 3D. Except we're not doing it in 3D, but you know what I mean. It's that one. It's jawsome, look, it says on the thing. So I'll have to be quick with the old... button, won't I, to skip past, because boobage and stuff going on in that one. And then on Monday, for next week's Magnificent Mondays, we're doing Tomb Raider, The Cradle of Life, with Angelina Jolie as Lara Croft. There we go. So that's what's coming up. That's what's coming. Oh, and on Sunday, I'm doing a members-only live sketching stream. I'll just doing a drawing and, chit-chatting and all that stuff. But that's for members, the live stream. Right, so we'll leave it there. So thanks, Fan Cheered, and Win Grace, and Josh Temple, and Justin, who's sodded off to see Point Break at the pictures. Don't blame him. But anybody else? No, that's it, isn't it? So we'll leave it there. So, hang on, let me get sorted out here. Where are we? There it is. So, thanks for watching, and wherever you are, look after each other, and until next time, I'll say thee. And save Stargate. Hashtag save Stargate. Go and subscribe to Fancheered's YouTube channel and X account, Wheels of the System, just at Wheels of Syst or something like that. Do that. Subscribe to Win Grace's channel and all that stuff. Right, do that. Got it out of the way. I'll say thee.
That old Yorkshire Geek with stories